Sorry about that. I ain't got too much longer. But so yeah, me and my cousin, we snitched. And we went in and snitched because we was raised right. We was raised with manners. We was raised decent. Like both of us had our father in the home. But we was around savages. We was around savages. And we was respected. So when we went in there and we snitched, we came out now. They were like, hey, what you said? What y'all said in there? I said, man, we told them we ain't see nothing. We told them we ain't see nothing. Well, because there was a white boy that got knocked out, the black boy, he was getting in all kind of trouble. I don't know. But the next thing I know, it was like a week or two later, I seen the black boy from the high school riding in a car with like a probation officer. And he was just head on the window. He looking out the window, mean mugging. He mean mugged me. And they probably told him, hey, man, yeah, Tony and his cousin went in there and was talking to the coaches, to the PE coaches, so we don't know what they said. They said they ain't say nothing, though. But, yeah, we went in there and told. But wasn't nobody finna do nothing to us because my daddy is a baby of 12. So all us live in the same area. And my cousin, me and him the same age. We 2 months apart. Me and him the same age. So we was in the same grade all the way through high school and played football and basketball together our whole life. He had an older brother. His older brother was varsity football player. And then he had an older sister. And then all of my daddy brothers, they had sons. One of my cousins was #1 in the state of Florida at running back, led the state in rushing, meaning Florida all speed. So he better than all the Miami running backs, all the everywhere running backs. And everybody respect Florida speed in football. If you know anything about football, Florida and Texas really, and then Georgia got a little something in other states too, but Florida really respected for that speed. So Deion Sanders from Florida boy. So my cousin, #1 in the state, that was my pedigree. Ain't nobody mess with the Gaskins. So I never had to fight. I never had like people. I have people want to fight me just because I got better shoes than them, better clothes than them. And you know how it is in the public school system. But they wouldn't go through with it. They wouldn't come square up because they knew the Gaskins ran deep. It's 12 up, 12 siblings. Everybody got kids. And most people got 2, 3, 4 kids. So if you fight one Gaskins, you're going to have to fight all the Gaskins. And that's why to this day I don't play by my name. And so here it is, here it go. This dude who I told you, he was crazy. He knocked out the white boy. He was messing with my girlfriend, but that's how it was. Them young women, if an older guy who was like a thug or like an alpha male wanted them, they would be with the guy really out of intimidation. Really more so because they were scared. Because we also come from the place to where if a woman turn a man down, it's going to get taken from her. Or she might get slapped or she might get punched. So when you grow up around these kind of men, that's what make you the man that I am today. My birthday is March 8th. March 8th is International Women's Day. So God played one of the biggest jokes on me. So I ain't got no choice but to stand up for women because of what I done been through, what I have done, but what I have seen done as well. So I don't come from the mindset that a woman is across the board just as bad as a man. I know that there are savage women. I know that. But for every savage woman, I know there's 10 savage men. And every woman that I've met that's a savage, I could see why she's a savage. I never really meet or have met a woman who had no reason to be a savage, like never been molested, never been raped, 2-parent home, never been cheated on, never been beat on. When I met a woman who was a savage, she had to have been drugged through the mud. But when I became a savage, as a man, I hadn't gone through anything. No sexual trauma, no childhood abuse. I hadn't gone through anything. And then my homeboys who were savages, they hadn't gone through anything. So I'm like, man, as men, we dogging women out for no reason. Like, we just doing this to do it. And we really learning it. Now, the thing is, the men we learn it from, the older guys we learn it from, they probably had trauma. They probably had went through something. But then what they did became a learned behavior. So now we doing it. And so that's why I take the stance that I take. And that's why I give women the game to try to protect them, because I grew up seeing women with no protection, regardless of her race, regardless of her religion, regardless of her age. I saw women with no protection. Even women with fathers, because their father was so caught up in his job or so caught up in his own cheating or his own stuff, the women with fathers still was being victimized. Still, like my sister. My daddy was in the home, but because I had to get out the house first, he said he was focusing on me more. Well, my little sister, she in the home with my daddy and with me. She got pregnant at the age of 16 by a boy that was 20, 6'5". Me and him fought. I squared up with him, threw hands with him. Why? Because he had also forced my sister later. He had forced my sister. And my sister told me, she said, you could tell my story. She said, she said, I don't know if I'm going to ever tell it, so you could tell it. So I seen this, and this is a girl with a daddy in the home. So where I'm from, Polk County, Florida, everybody, almost all of the women was victimized. My mama told me a story. My mama tell me stories. And the thing about it is, and this is what a lot of men don't understand, like, you got to sit down and talk to your grandma. Sit down and talk to your mama. Sit down and talk to your aunties. And when you hear their story, you're going to be on my side instead of on these simp side. The real simps is these men that's on these podcasts angry with women, attacking women, mad with women. And then every time I see these men, they look like somebody stepped on their face. And I say, okay, that's why he mad. He looked like he got stepped on. That nose looked like somebody stomped him with a Timberland boot. That's why he mad. Lord, give somebody a movie with that man nose so he could feel comfortable about that nose. Lord, give somebody a movie with that man forehead so he could feel comfortable. Like, Lord, give somebody a movie with this man exact features so he could love himself and stop being mad with these women. But I always could tell that's why he mad. That's why he mad. I don't look good, but I ain't mad at women. I'm not mad at women. I'm not going to take out no pain on no woman. I'm not going to be online belittling women and attacking women and assuming that the woman is always lying and that the woman is always in fault and the woman is always wrong. I'm not finna be taking the side of grown men for no reason. I'm not finna, especially when I could look at the man and read that he's a pervert. I could read that he's a creep. I could read that he's a vile, foul man. So why am I going to take the man's side when me as a man could read a man? I could tell the man is sleazy. I could tell the man ain't worth nothing. So why I'm finna take his side? I'm going to take the side of who is the victim. If the man the victim, I'm going to take his side. If the woman the victim, I'm going to take her side. But it just be men out here just blanketly taking the side of men when the man already is accused of other stuff. When you can look at the man and tell he guilty. I just don't get down like that. I just don't get down like that. That ain't how I move. That just ain't how I move. I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna do it. And just because of what I done seen and what I done been through and what I done experienced, I know what women go through. I know what women go through. I can't even tell you all the stories because some of these people in my family that ain't gave me the permission to tell their story. So I can't even say who. But I got a lady in my family told me, which I can't say who, but a lady in my family told me she had a man come to her house that was a maintenance man. The maintenance man came to her house to fix something in her house. And after fixing that in her house, he raped her. The man got a job still to this day. She never told. She didn't call the police. She didn't call the police. She didn't tell. You know why? Because that has happened throughout her life. So she's already been made to feel she doesn't have a voice, that she's not safe. There's women right now watching this and crying uncontrollably because this is triggering trauma. And if it didn't happen to them, it happened to their daughter. I got another family member who it happened to her daughter. And she still, and it was honestly countless family members that this has happened to, where it happened to their daughter and they still can't sleep at night. They still having nightmares. They still want to commit homicide. And this is what men don't understand. This is what men don't understand. But I don't know one man. Now, I know men who, as a young boy, they older auntie did something sexual with them. But in some of those men, it has affected them. But for every one man that I know about that doesn't happen to, there's 10 women. So it go both ways. It happened on both sides, but we got to understand that the rate that it happens to women. The Bible says the woman is the weaker vessel. So what that means is she's going to be taken advantage of more unless men stand up and protect women. She's going to be taken advantage of. She's going to be forced. She's going to be, who is the sex trafficking ring? The sex trafficking ring is a bunch of young girls and young women being taken advantage of. Why isn't there a equal size sex trafficking ring with boys? Because the woman is the weaker vessel. So how is we as men can sit and pretend that the plight of a man, that the plight of a woman is equal to that of a man? Because I almost don't know a woman. I meet some women in coaching calls, but I don't even know if they telling me the truth. What's up, buddy? Could you reset the internet because like we're lagging? We're lagging really, really hard. Yeah, it just lagged right here too, buddy. But it just came back on. And y'all might be lagging because y'all far from the internet and both of y'all are playing a high volume streaming game. So if y'all keep lagging, y'all might not need to be able to play at the same time. Okay? And so, but look, it just reset though, because it was slowed down in here and now it's back regular. See, it's regular. And this is streaming on ESPN too. So open that drawer right there. That's just that one. So I'm gonna stop this right here, okay? Since I'm not watching it. And then my laptop is on Wi-Fi too, so it's just a lot of devices. What you do when y'all streaming, turn both of y'all phones, turn them off Wi-Fi, and just use regular data on your cell phone, okay? Just swipe down and hit the Wi-Fi button so your phone not using Wi-Fi. Tell T to turn the Wi-Fi off his phone, and then y'all just, cause y'all phones pulling Wi-Fi too, okay? So just use your data because you got unlimited data. All right. First world problem. First world problem. And we complaining. We be complaining as men. So that's why the thing is, it's just not true. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of the women who be taking up for the men and be, oh, men go through it too. Oh, men go through it too. They're not being realistic and they doing it in the comments because they want a man to choose them. They trauma got a man. They trauma got them in the comments, capping in the comments, taking up for grown men because they want the affection and the adulation of the men in the comments. And then the men who do not want help, who do not want to be held accountable, who do not want to change, they will go to that woman and they will comment to that woman, to this woman who has hit her head, who do not know what she's talking about. They will comment to her, we need to protect you at all costs. They will comment to her, we need more women like you. So guess what? Wherever somebody is praised, they going to continue that. So now you got women who is taking up the side of men who are monsters, men who are rapists, men who are abusers. You have women taking their side. And then you got women, there's so many women that's jumping in the comments. It go both ways. It go both ways. Shut up. When a man is talking to men, I know what men do behind closed doors. I know what's going on. Stay out the conversation and let men talk to men. So, and then it's going to be, Tony, you shouldn't tell your followers to shut up. Shut up ain't no cuss word. We grown. And if you want to take up for rapists, you want to take up for abusers, then you need to be told shut up. And I ought to be putting some cuss words with it, but I don't curse. So you can't have it both ways now. You can't want to poke your chest out and open your mouth when ain't nobody talking to you, and then don't want to be told to shut up. It don't go both ways now. It don't go both ways. This is what we got to realize. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I know what men do. I know how men move. I know how men get down. And yes, there are good men. I became a good man. So I know it's good men, but I'm not here. The hospital ain't for the healthy. The hospital for the sick. I'm not here to just be singing the praises of good men. They got a wife to sing their praises. God gonna sing their praise. God gonna tell them, well done, my faithful servant. Well done. That's where the praise gonna come from God. That's not my job. I'm not called to be on here just, oh, well, we wanna give a shout out to this for the good men doing this and the good men doing that. Otherwise, I'll be on here singing my own praises every day, all day. That ain't what we here for. We here to call the devil out. We here to fix what's broken. We here to heal what's sick. We here to address the nastiness, the barbaric attitude. We here to address the debauchery, the unrighteousness, the filth. That's what we here to address. We ain't here to just come and sing the praises of those who doing this right. Congratulations. I'm glad you're doing it right. That's not what we here about. We here to do the work. And if you don't want the work to be done, then shut up and stay out the way for those of us who want the work to be done. And not everybody who watch these videos want the work to be done. Some people just come over here just to try to get them a talking point, just try to make them a whole video. That's what they're doing. So, and I'm not trying to hear it, because I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to say what got to be said. And I got to send this email out in a few minutes for the Black Friday reminder. And remember, Black Friday and the Growth Club, use the coupon code BLESSED. You're going to get 70% off the 2024 Growth Club. So if you want to be in our group coaching program in 2024, it is something that we do on Zoom. I teach a lesson, open up for Q&A. We do that once a month. And then we may have bonus sessions as well. It's recorded. It's put into the academy, so you could go and listen to it if you miss it. So, but if you want to be in it, it's only $500 for the whole year. You ain't going to find a group coaching program with somebody who has put in the work that I've put in nowhere near $500. The other guy is charging $20,000 for his mastermind program. And you're going to learn just as much, if not more, that what people paying $20,000 for, I'm charging $500. And yet we still got people who can't see the difference between the real and the fake. Boy, I tell you, boy. And I'm giving 70% off of the 500 now. These men so mad with me. Man, how you going to charge a mastermind program, a group coaching program for $500 for the year, and then on Black Friday the year before, you're going to give 70% off? Man, you making us look bad, man. Man, you ruining the market. I am the market. God bless you. God bless you. 70% off. Group coaching program. But I'm only letting 500 people in. You'll see it say 2024 Growth Club. And if you ain't got the money, and you know your mama gonna give you, or your daddy, or your brother, or your sister gonna give you a Christmas gift, say, hey, can I have my Christmas gift early? I just need it here. I want to get in this growth. Because in that right over there, that's outside of YouTube. So that's all the way real. That's all the way no holds barred, teaching, then Q&A. every month. If we miss a month because of my schedule, then we'll do 2 the next month. But and you ain't got to worry about a monthly payment. It's just a one-time payment. I ain't doing the monthly payment no more because people bills change, life change, all that. So I just want you in the program, but I'm only letting 500 people in the program. So I'm going to log in right now. It probably ain't too many people in there. It might, because it just released today. So it might be 20 people in there. So this what I'm trying to tell y'all. And I realize I have to do this more often in the sense of just telling my story, because I feel like some men don't realize, some men, they're like, man, why Tony always on the woman's side? Or so it seems. Like, why is Tony always like giving women the game? And why Tony and it's just because of how I was raised. It's because of what I seen growing up. Like, when you see women get beat the way I seen women get beat, when you see women get raped and molested and dogged out, and you see women going through. So see, we only got 42 people in the 2024 Growth Club right now, and because it just released today. And to be honest with you, it's kind of where the economy is. People just really ain't got it like that. And some people might not even really understand what it is. But now you know, it's a 2024 Growth Club. But I'm about to send an email about it right now. Hey, God bless you. I'll be back. Just understand this right here. Ain't no simping over here. Ain't no simping over here. This real manhood over here. This real manhood. Real man accept responsibility for his actions. A real man accept full responsibility for his life, for his choices, for his decisions, for his actions, and he accepts his consequences that come from his choices. That's real manhood. This ain't no simping. A man giving a woman a game, giving a woman the game is not simping. That's a man being a man and doing what God called a man to do, and that is to protect and to provide for a woman. So you need to talk to God about it. If you mad with what I'm doing, you need to talk to God about it. So, hey, God bless you, and we're going to be in touch.